there, welcome to lesson 1. Hopefully you've gone and gotten yourself a copy of this book here. This book here. Yes, the front cover comes off. It's an old book. Deal with it, okay? But get yourself a copy of this one. In fact, go ahead and get book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Commit yourself to doing this. I'm putting this back. Okay, the book starts with sitting at the piano. It's not that hard, okay? Sit towards the front part of the stool here, okay? Don't slide your butt over the whole thing. Move yourself towards the front edge of it. That helps encourage a straight back. Keep a straight back. Straighten your back. You there. Straighten your back. Okay. Hands, easy. Spider fingers, okay? None of this flat stuff. Don't do that. Spider fingers. Good, done. Okay, we're going to go past the easy things. Turn the page with me. The beat. If you don't know what a beat is, it's easy. Think of when you're playing music, like on the radio or your CDs. Who has CDs these days? Anyway, and you tap your foot to the beat, you know, you're listening and you're going, I like this song, it's a good song. That's the beat, tapping, okay? If I give you another example, just go, okay? This is the beat. So what you want to do is, if you want, you can pause this for a moment, put up another video on YouTube, some sort of music video, and see if you can find the beat. If it's a little bit difficult, grab someone who might be able to help you. Grab a parent, grab a friend. Practice clapping along to the beat, okay? That's the general principle of how this works, and you'll get better as it goes along. The keys, low and high. If you look at the keys in front of you, you can see you've got some keys more or less in your center, some on your left, some on your right. The lower you go, the more to the left, right? The lower the sound. Okay? The more to the right, higher, okay? The higher the sound. But that's basically how it goes, okay? Left is low, right is high. Imagine putting the piano on its side, the right would be at the top, okay? Low and high. Easy stuff to play. So all you need to do is just have fun with it. If you're young with your parents, you want to play some games, ask them, is this a high note or a low note, Dad? And when they get that wrong, you can correct them, say, no, that was a low note. Okay? So there's a practice tip for you. Spend some time. Is this a high or a low note? Okay? So parents, get involved and do some of these activities with your kids. The reason I'm going through these rather quickly, I'll explain now, is if you're a little bit more advanced or you're catching onto this pretty quick, we can go past it quickly. And if you've got really young kids, mums and dads, pause the video and just run through these concepts with them, okay? Because I don't want to be putting up way too much content on these things where people are going to get disinterested and move away. You can pause the video and practice. Finger numbers. This is the important bit. You'll notice each of your hands has 5 fingers. It's amazing. So your thumb is finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, finger 4, finger 5. Same thing on the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that was easy for you, well done. You can move ahead as I do. If you're younger, we're going to play some games with these. Get your mum or your dad and play these kind of games, okay? What you want to do is put your hands on the keys, pick any note, and then put one finger on the next note, one finger on the next note, one finger on the next note. Guess what? One finger on the next note. And mum or dad is going to call out a number, like 2. Play with finger number 2. They might say 5. You play with finger number 5. And if they say 4 and you play with finger number 2, oh no! Better try it again. That's it. Okay? So play some games with mum and dad. Do this with both hands. Remember, 1 finger per key. Anywhere on the piano, it doesn't matter. Finger 5, finger 2, finger 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5. I'm good at this. Moving on. Page 7. I hope you're on page 7 with me. The piano keyboard. We're going to start with 2 black keys. Let's look at the keyboard. You'll notice we have white keys and black keys. The black keys are put into groups. See if you can spot them. I certainly can. Groups of 2, and then there's a bit of a gap, bigger than the normal gap, and then we have a group of 3. There's a slightly bigger gap again, and there's a group of 2. A bit of a gap, then a group of 3. And it just keeps going. Okay, so we want to be able to recognize the groups of 2s and 3s. It's going to be very important for what we're starting with. So what I want you to do as an activity for your younger ones, parents, mum or dad, is I want you to get your child to get one of these 2 fingers each. Okay, fingers number, what finger number is that? Well done. If you said 2, well done. What I want you to do is find a group of 2 black notes with your finger 2s and put 1 on each. Okay? And mum or dad are going to tell you to start playing the groups up or down. So we'll actually move to the center group. And if they say play the groups of 2s going up, we're going to do this. Notice I didn't play the groups of 3s because it's not a group of 2. If they were to say play down, and when you're really good at that, you want to start doing it faster. Groups of 2. Oh, made a mistake. And they go fast down. Okay? Fun activities. Moving on. So remember, parents, when you're doing this with the younger ones, pause the video and do these activities. If you're older, okay, and you're telling me to hurry up, Jeff, I'm bored, don't worry, we're going. Time to start playing your first little mini pieces. Climbing up, climbing down. So, you'll notice on the page, on the left side of the page, okay, this is page 8. On the left side, it shows you with a little picture how you need your hands to be. Now, they're using their number 3 fingers. You can use number 2s as well. That's up to you, okay? And you'll notice here, it talks in the top left corner in some blue. So everyone look at the top left corner of page 8 where it says that. It's got a blue square and it says notes, okay? Notes are pictures of sounds, okay? So when you're reading music, you've probably seen music before. It's got the black dots all over the place. Each black dot is one of these. That was probably pretty loud. Each black dot is one of those, okay? It simply represents which one to play, okay? And we'll learn about that as we go along. All we need to know for now is the stem, okay? Now, for those of you who are advanced and know how stems work later, don't worry, we're going to address it, but this is how we're starting it for now. You'll notice each of the black circles has another thin black line coming out of it, going up or going down. Have a look in your little blue square. The first one, the first little black circle, has a stem going up. That means, let's read the description. Stems up, right hand, or RH. RH stands for right hand. And stems down, what do you think that means? That's right. Left hand, LH for left hand. I'm a genius. So what we're going to do, you are too, by the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to, look at our little piece here, climbing up, okay. So, following where it tells us to put our fingers, we're going to start with the ones in line with the center of us, which ideally should be in the center of the piano here. Put your fingers on. And it says the first note is the right hand. How do we know this is the first note to play? Because we read music like we read a book, from left to right. So the first note is our right hand, and the next note is our left hand. Notice it is drawn or printed lower on the page. That's because we're playing lower on the piano. It doesn't mean we're going to, it's not like it's a different line. We do all these right hand ones and then go down to the left hand. Remember, we read left to right. So right hand note, and then it's a stem down left hand note. Hope you're following along with my finger, sort of. Look at your book. Right hand note, left hand note. Back up to a right hand note, back down to a left hand note. So let's watch the pattern. It should sound like this. Ooh. So now we're going to play along. Here's the beat that I want you to play with along, okay? Listen to the tapping of the foot. Every time we hear a tap, that's when we play a note. I'm going to count down from 4, and we're going to start. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. good. Okay, moving on to the next part, you'll notice that there's got that long arrow thing that goes straight up and then sort of points to another part of that page where everything's written higher. Now remember what I said earlier. If a note is drawn higher on the page, it's higher on the piano. Now, we need to stay in our groups of twos, right? We've got to stay in a group of two, but this one wants us to play a lot higher. So what do you think we need to do? We have to play a group of two, but it's got to be higher than this group of two. You're spot on. If you said play on a higher group of two, you're absolutely correct. And we follow the same pattern. Okay, do you see how that works? So what we're going to do now is we're going to put all of that together. If you want a couple more practice goes, pause the video and go through it a couple times. But as I said, we're going to put it all together. We're going to play this first section here, and then we're going to bump it up to that top section there. But we're going to play it in time with the beat. Remember the foot tapping I was doing? Okay, that tap. We're going to make sure we keep in time. Here's the really tricky bit. At the last note of each of the little sections, this lower one and the higher one, you're going to hold it for 2 taps like this and then move up. Follow what I do first and then have a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, up. That was quick. 2 taps. I know it might be a bit quick to go from here, boom, up to there that quickly, but slow it down with me now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There we go. That was awesome. Great job. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to move this over to the next page. So practice that a couple times over. Rewind the video. That's the beauty of YouTube. You can't rewind your teacher now, can you? We're going to move on to our next page. You'll notice it looks quite similar, but still a bit different. Let's go through why. You'll see here, let me just adjust the camera. I'm sorry, give me a moment. Just, there we go. You can see a bit more facing as you need to see the book. In the first one, we started low and we moved up high. But on this one, what do you think? What can you see we're doing? If we started low and we ended up moving higher, look at the next page. What does it look like we're doing? That's right. My inner Dora the Explorer coming out. That's right. We're going from the high point to the low one. So we're going to start on the higher 2 like we did as we finished the first. And as you see, we do a little bit here and we jump down to the lower one. Be careful when you're reading this do. The first note is different to the first note of that first section here. Let me explain. On the previous page, we started with our right hand. Remember, which way is the stem going? Up, right hand. Let's look at the page we're on now. Down, left hand. So, starting on our higher group of 2, with our left hand, we're going to follow the pattern. I'll play it first, and then you follow after. Let's go. Whoa, play the right notes. You see how that was similar? Instead of going down to up, we just went from up to down with the different notes. Now follow along with me. Get your fingers ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 2. Jump. Fantastic! Well done! That was awesome, and I'm glad you stuck around through all of that. So what I want you to do now is give this a little bit of a practice over. If you went through this and thought, Jeff, that was too easy for me, that's fine. Wait for the next lesson to come through. And if you thought, you know what, that's exactly what I need to be doing, then you need to practice that a few more times. And mum and dad, if you're with a kid that you're supervising, then go through all of this with them a few times over. Do it every single day. Okay? This kind of stuff only takes 5 to 10 minutes. There are no excuses. Now, we're going to finish the lesson by turning the page and doing an activity. Woohoo! So, let's read what it says. My own song. With your right and left hands, that would be these ones, choose any groups of 2 black keys in the upper part of the piano. The upper part. Upper. Which one's the upper part of the piano? Remember earlier when I said there's the lower and higher? Lower, higher, higher, upper. It's the same meaning. So if you were to think the upper part or the higher part, where was that? That's right. Up in the high notes. I love that piece. So, what you want to do is play any of the groups of 2, remember groups of 2 black keys in the higher part of the piano, okay? And the teacher, probably me, is going to play a little bit of something from down here, the accompaniment. What you are going to do is listen and feel the pulse as your teacher plays the accompaniment below. When you're ready, play along and make up your own song. Okay, and have fun. So what we're going to do is find your fingers first. Here they are. Find a group of 2. I like this 2 here. It's a nice one. You could choose any group of 2. You could choose this one, that one. There's none really any to go from there, but any of the ones you want. I'm going to play along the part here, okay? And just keep going as you do. Listen for the beat, okay? If you're a bit young for the beat, it's okay. Mum and dad, just sort of clap along with the beat. If you've actually got this book with the CD, by the way, use the CD. But for now, let's just play around with this, okay? If you're having trouble finding the beat, listen. Any of the 2 black notes, like this. Jump. Jump again. If you can play that fast, you're doing well. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so you can play along with what I did there. Okay, I gave you a little idea of what you can do. I'll use the accompaniment CD, but have some fun with it, and I'll see you in the next lesson. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button because it all helps YouTube algorithm, and I want these series to get out to as many people as possible. As I said in the intro video, if you missed it, if this was if this was a little bit too easy for you, if you were beyond this kind of a thing, subscribe anyway and just keep an eye because we will go through the whole series and we're going to go beyond just the book series. We will be going through all the way, all the way to the advanced pieces of music, okay? So keep an eye and chuck in the comments, what did you like about the lessons? What could be improved? And how did you feel about it? And are your kids having fun? I'd love to see the comments, hear your thoughts, or read your thoughts. Oh, that'd be creepy now, wouldn't it? Reading your thoughts. And let's have some fun with this, okay? And be gentle. This was the first video. It'll get better. All right. Bye-bye.